What it do, homies? We back here with some more Sleep Token. This time we're checking out their song Gethsemane. All right. Interesting. This is the place where Jesus went to pray while Judas was betraying him and everything. And he was asking, no, he was embracing for the impending doom that he was going to face. All right. So that's interesting, right? Betrayal. Pretty much. And that's probably what this is going to be about. But I don't think it'll be much religious kind of, themed. So it's interesting that he chose this. Betrayal is what I think about when I hear this. The garden. So let's go ahead and shut up, turn it up. Falsetto right out of the gate.
If you were wasted, but you were trying your best, and that's the thing I tell the others. I was your robot companion. You were my favorite color. And
okay, right. Very interesting intro lyrics right here. The very beginning, I wanted you to know I learned to live without it. I think he's talking about love. Right, even though it's colder, I no longer feel surrounded by love, or maybe the vindication of being loved, because love is a double-edged sword, right? It can give as much as it can take. And then, of course, the rest of the lyrics kind of sound like excuses that he was making for her. You never listen to me, it's the thing I tell the others. More specifically, you were trying your best, and that's the thing I tell the others, right? That's 100%. We've all been there where we really, really like somebody or a certain thing, and even though we know that it's probably bad for us and it's deteriorating our health, we make excuses for it because we don't want it to leave us. I was a robot companion, you my favorite color. That's interesting as well. Robot companion, right? Especially in this day and age with AI and stuff like that. Robot companion, I'm just taking what I want without any intent to give. My favorite color, what do you do with your favorite color? You surround yourself with those type of things, right? Green clothing, green cars, green everything. So, all right. Hey, what does this breakdown remind y'all of? It reminds me of a very specific band, and that band is Polyphia. Am I tripping here? This break right here? That sounds like something you would hear like the intro, or maybe even like a bridge of some Polyphia.
I'm called upon the person to try to turn my salvation for you. Someone who didn't mind the push for all the games. Someone who wasn't always crying on the journey back. Someone who didn't feel the low blows either way. I'll always wait for you when all alone. It was you with the countdown kill switch, and it was me with the blindfold on. I was trying my best, and that's the thing I tell the mirror. I was in love with the thought that we were in love with each other.
It's powerful, that verse right there. The amount of people that we try to turn ourselves into. Me and it's I like this because I feel like maybe at some point, before I married my wife, when we was in our dating stages, that, because my wife was a popular one. We've been dating since high school. She was a popular one in high school, and I wasn't really that popular. I mean, I was popular, but for a different reason. You know what I mean? Saxophone man, saying jazz music. I was destroying everybody that wanted to come up against me, but I wasn't like socially popular. You know what I mean? And I remember more specifically that when we first started dating, how I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't, right? I was just telling all these lies to try to impress her. And she saw right through it. She saw right through it. She's like, bro, I know you don't want to be doing all this. Why you lying? I already like you and everything. But you can get caught up in something like this, right? And you could turn into somebody that you don't even know without even knowing it, not until it's the last end. Or in this case, you know, because it sounded like this might lead into betrayal, right? Especially the countdown kill switch. Sometimes you don't even know that you're turning into this person until it's over. Then you resort back to how you naturally was. And you're like, what was I doing? Kind of like you know, the illusion, the blindfold, like you said, it's been pulled away.
What might be good for your heart might not be good for my head. What was there at the start might not be there in the end. Do you wanna love me?
So this is interesting. What might be good for your heart might not be good. Okay. You know, I kind of read this wrong because I have the lyrics right here. At first, I was going to disagree with this, right? Because I thought he said what might be good for my heart might not be good for my head. But he said what might be good for your heart might not be good for my head. Because I am a believer that, you know, that the heart wants what it wants. And it's our head, right? Ourselves, our minds that get in the way of the things that we need. But okay, he said it a different way. So yeah, that is correct.
Do you wanna hurt me? 'Cause nobody hurts me better.
These falsettos,
Do
man.
you wanna hurt me? Do you wanna hurt me? 'Cause nobody hurts me better.
These breaks are amazing. Uh-oh. Oh, trap hi-hats. About to come in spitting bars.
Came in like a dream, put it down like a smoke.
Whoa.
Used to be a team, now we let each other go.
Wait.
Cigarette, I still cling to my clothes. I don't wanna stick around, I just wanna let you know.
Hello? Yo, my goodness. Yeah. Genre benders. That's what Sleep Token is. They're genre benders. What music do they make? Everything. Literally everything. They are one of the best bands to listen to because they keep it fresh. You cannot boil their stuff down to a simple, you know, genre, honestly. Now I'm pretty sure they're categorized as a genre, but you know, it kind of reminds me of Black Eyed Peas. If you guys ever seen Robert California from The Office, what did he call Black Eyed Peas? It's rap for people who don't like rap, rock for people who don't like rock, and punk or pop for people who don't like pop, right? It's got everything you want in here, right? If you hate rap and if you hate anything that sounds resembling rap, whether that be hi-hat, trap hi-hats, 808s and booming, you're going to listen to it here, ain't you? You're going to appreciate it too.
Still used to be a team, now we
This is smooth.
Get closer to you and all your enemies. I've got a few of my own, and this bone didn't come with a gun, so I got a different energy. Still see you when the lights get low. I still hear you when I'm on my own. The parasites in the nightmares calling my name like this one's for you and your problems, your good day job, your bad karma. What are you afraid of? The same drama, show me what you're made of. Cause you talk about your constant pain like I ain't got none. No, I've learned to live beside it, and even though it's over now, I will always be reminded.
Love lost and dealing without it. You know, unlike the other tracks and everything that we've listened to, this sounds, I mean, honestly, all of them are pretty much personal, but this one got more of a, what I'm looking for. This is like love, if you will. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I got right here the meaning, right? Because we like to go over that. And I think this one was pretty straightforward about as far as like what it means. I didn't think I needed to break much down. The lyrics are pretty much there. Vessel offers a raw and introspective exploration of the complexities of love, emotional pain, and self-discovery, right? With acknowledging that he has to learn to live without the relationship despite the lingering emptiness. Something super relatable, right? There is a sense of relief in no longer being surrounded by the turbulence that once defined the connection. So in this case, the turbulence, right? So that back and forth, that love, that back and forth kind of, there is a sense of relief, right? I'm guessing, living vicariously through some of you guys, it could be a sense of relief because, being in a relationship is tough, right? There's a whole lot of ups and downs, and depending on how you deal with it, some people are like, you know what, I'm never going to love again. You know what I mean? I'm going to be alone because it's just too much pain to go through and everything. So, and of course it says down here in the Bible, it was a garden that Jesus prayed the night before his crucifixion. So betrayal by Judas, this being more of a betrayal as in I've given my all, but you have given me nothing. So I feel betrayed. And even though I put all of myself into this relationship and I want it to last, it hurts to leave, but now I know I don't have to deal with that. But that pain still lingers. You know what I mean? It doesn't just go away, if you will. All right, y'all. Let me know what the next sleep token thing I should react to. I was thinking of maybe doing Even in Arcadia. That might be the next one I do, but let me know that down in the comments. Dave's out.